Hi. I didn't mean to wake you up.
What's all this?
Wedding presents. You know, we can open the rest after breakfast.
I'm not hungry yet. Gotta get to the hotel.
You can always have a cup of coffee.
No, thanks. I'm fine.
Newlyweds are supposed to be happy.
I know. Believe me, this is not how I imagined starting off our marriage.
Well, maybe there's something we can do to fix it.
Scottish salmon was excellent. I saved you some. Oh, and Dimitri called. I think we can tell him that the game plan has changed. Well, you could still be useful.
Now that we all know who you are, you can leave. Jax has more than enough money. Go live off him. I want you out of my house.
I was in and out in 15 minutes. The cleanup was minimal. There is no trace. And Sky knows exactly what to say to cover... I'm gonna call you back.
Hi. Coffee?
Don't ever come in here without knocking first.
Sorry, did I come at a bad time? I'm here to see Alcazar.
Ellen, just because you're dead doesn't mean you know everything. You sit there in that ridiculous jogging suit as if you jog anywhere, and you judge and criticize me.
First of all, do not knock my jogging suit. It's very comfy. And secondly, I have to tell you, I am haunting you for your own good. You need to heed. Your low-life husband will do anything, break any law in order to gain guardianship of Laura. Do not allow him to suck you into a life of crime.
I was not born yesterday. I know exactly how far my husband will go to protect Laura.
Oh, and that's okay with you?
Well, okay is a stretch of the imagination. However, I know what makes my husband tick, and as his wife, I will defend him.
Well, thank you, wife. I take it the dearly undeparted thinks that I should just roll over and play dead and let Baldwin have custody.
Not at all. I think he should just back off and let Nicholas fight Scott.
Ellen! Sweetheart, I'm worried about you. The court date is next week, and if you don't want Scott to bring up that unpleasantness about you and Laura...
I think we're all agreed he's going to.
Well, you can't possibly want Lulu blindsided with that bombshell, so we need a plan.
Relax, Popsicle. I have a secret weapon.
The Jackal is discreet, right? I mean, I never told a soul that you're the true father of the small Stone Cold one. The same way, I will never, ever tell anyone that you rid the world of Evil Al.
Okay. We do not discuss that stuff. Ever.
My lips are zipped. But, I have to point out that as your grasshopper and trusted wingman, it's heartening to see that this Stone Cold one can still fulfill the duties of his job, even while he's still dealing with his secret pain.
Enough, Spinelli. Enough, okay?
Yeah.
My sister's in trouble. I need your focus on that right now.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
find out about illegal wire transfers, specifically money with ties to espionage. Okay, I want you to find out how people move those funds and what the penalty is if they're caught.
Need I remind you, if something happens to me, sweet Emily will go straight to federal prison or worse.
No. I can't kill you, not yet. But I can throw you out of my house.
Once word spreads about your true identity, everybody's gonna come after you. The police, the feds, whoever you double-crossed to begin with. Might as well make plans to leave now, Jerry.
Oh, admit it, intern Emily. You're gonna miss me.
I explained to Jason how you set me up. That as much as I loathe you, everybody just needs to take a step back so that you can disappear from Port Charles without anybody else getting hurt.
I trust that you made your homicidal brother come to reason.
I told Jason that there's been enough violence. And the only way to stop it is to break the cycle. Chances for a peaceful resolution are greater if you just leave.
Listen to you. A bona fide United Nations woman. But haven't you heard? You see, peaceful resolutions are not very popular these days. The people want their hatred with a big, big dollop of revenge.
We're giving you a chance to walk away. Why won't you take it?
My stay here has been so entertaining. Every time I push your buttons, Nicholas has to restrain himself. You see? Because if you gave in to his baser instincts and killed me, you would go straight to prison for treason. This has been a fascinating study in human nature. Truly.
All right, tell me again. When was the last time you saw your brother?
A little over a year ago, when I went to London on business, Jerry was there. He seemed like he was doing really well, even insisted on picking up the tab. Then I didn't hear from him again until last November when he called me for help.
The Siberia call. And you didn't see him the whole time?
No, I was too busy paying off people that were after him.
Okay, well, he must have had his new face by then.
Which is probably why he didn't let me see him.
Okay, so somewhere in the last 12 months, your brother snapped, had plastic surgery, and created this alter ego, Mr. Craig. And when he knew you'd be out of town for a while, he took over our hotel.
The whole Siberia trip was probably a ruse, planned in advance. Jerry knew I'd be out of town. He knew that I'd drop everything to help him. He pulled me away from everything that I love. And for what? For money? It just doesn't make sense.
Hey, as much as I hate your brother, and believe me, I hate your brother, I do believe he was trying to protect you.
Yeah, which is exactly why I have to protect him now.
Lorenzo was gone when I woke up this morning. I've been playing with my daughter all morning, but when I see him, I'll certainly tell him you came by, but I'm really gonna have to ask you to
When
leave.
was the last time that you saw him?
Last night?
Was that normal? I mean, the two of you live in the same house. You
Rick,
share a
if you
child.
must know, we have separate bedrooms.
Oh. So do you have any idea where he might be?
Lorenzo was moving us all back to Venezuela, so maybe he went on ahead of us to make sure everything was ready. I don't know. He didn't tell me.
So, the father of your child has taken off to Venezuela, supposedly to move you both there, and you don't care.
Alexis Davis is your secret weapon? She's a wacko, and she's been sick.
Oh, come on. She's back on her game now.
She pretended to be a butler. Alice was in love with her before she fell in love with you.
Tasha's Dobson days are done, dear. And, you know, Tasha's not an invalid. Come on, give her a break. She's got a lot to prove right now. If she wants to use this case to show her teeth, that works for me.
If her attempt to prepare you for court last week is the best she can do, you are in big trouble. There is no way Alexis can stop Scott from using the rape in court.
Baldwin's an idiot. And besides, Tasha is not promised any results. She wants very badly to make this work. She's a shark. She wants to take a big bite out of Baldwin, and that's going to stop me from having to take more extreme measures.
Extreme measures? You hear that, Trace? I'm telling you, you're going to be an accomplice to Baldwin's murder.
Would you give me some credit for some common sense?
You married Luke, didn't you?
I was tripped.
Sweetheart, You gotta try to stop seeing dead people when my attorney gets here. This deposition is gonna be hard enough.
Well, you got that right.
Where's Alice? What the hell are you doing here?
You know, opposing counsel has the right to sit on all depositions, but it looks like we're -1. So, Spencer, you could do the right thing and sign a simple statement endorsing my petition to be Laura's guardian. What the hell was that?
Wait till you see the next one.
This is never gonna work for you, Baldwin. You lost years ago.
I thought I asked you to leave.
It's official business.
My feelings for Lorenzo are complicated, but I have managed to rise above them for the sake of Lila.
You don't strike me as a particularly sentimental type.
Lila is our miracle child. The baby I never thought that I could have. Oh, I love my daughter, something I'm sure you're familiar with, and she loves her father. She doesn't care that his business is questionable and that continuing to live in this town could be dangerous to him.
It just doesn't seem like Alcazar would take off and leave you both here when security in this place has definitely not been beefed up. It's not Alcazar's usual paranoid style, so what are you not telling me?
Okay. I might as well tell you because you're bound to find out anyway. Yesterday, a man with a badge showed up to see Lorenzo.
Badge? What kind of badge?
I don't know. He didn't show me. But Lorenzo looked nervous.
Did he mention what it was about?
No. I went upstairs, I took a bubble bath. When I came down, Lorenzo was gone. I didn't know where he went. He didn't say goodbye. Why are you so... Oh. You're interested in the evidence that Lorenzo has on you. That's why you're here. Well, really, Rick, I don't think you have anything to worry about. Because if Lorenzo is in Venezuela, you're home free. And if he does come back to get me and Lila, same thing. The only scenario you have to worry about is if he comes back for good.
If he comes back. Things may have worked out for both of us. You let me know if you hear from him. You heard from your brother?
No?
Jerry broke into my apartment, held Sam, her producer, and Spinelli at gunpoint.
Are they okay?
Yeah, they're okay. I guess he was there just to make a point, not hurt anybody this time.
Jerry led me to believe that he would stay in hiding, that his days of terrorizing people ended with a hostage crisis.
So I guess he didn't tell you that he poisoned Nicholas Cassadine.
Mr. Brosnan.
Miss Davis, I suppose it was too much to hope that you came here to see me.
Well, I'm sorry. I really do hate to disappoint you, but I'm in the middle of a deposition and Nicholas is central to the case.
Oh, well, he'll be down in a moment. I was going to drop you a line as to why you hadn't heard from me. I mean, it's been hectic these past few days.
Are you going back to Europe?
Yes, I must move on. One of the unexpected moments in my unpredictable life.
Oh. So I take it your business with Nicholas is finished?
Well, let's just say that our relationship has taken on a new phase and I must relocate.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
I was not going to leave without telling you that I was very pleased to reacquaint with you.
Reacquaint? That would require us to have met before, and I'm certain that we didn't.
Well, actually, we have, briefly, some years ago. But you wouldn't remember, actually, because I had a different name and a different face. You knew me then as Jerry Jacks.
I don't know why I bothered to answer your call. I really have nothing to say to you. Especially not here in this gangster's hideout.
You don't have to worry about Lorenzo. He's gone away and I don't suspect that he's coming back.
I don't need to know the details, but I'm sure it was for the best.
Oh, Grandfather, you were right. Lorenzo was a liar. He used me and he used our daughter. I loved him and I was loyal to him and he spit on it like it meant nothing.
So Alcazar abandoned you and left you without funds, huh?
No, I don't need money. Lorenzo took my daughter from me.
Oh, God in heaven.
No,
Then we have to...
I have her back, finally. But I have to tell you, it was pure hell. And as I was rocking her to sleep last night, I realized that she deserves more. I want you to know her. Lila's namesake. More importantly, I want her to know you. She's a Quartermain, as I was. I've missed you all so much. I love all of you. I have never stopped. I want her to grow up knowing that kind of family love. That is why I've asked you to come here. So please, Edward, grandfather, will you give us another chance?
Listen, Spencer, come on, just give it up. You know that I'm gonna get guardianship of Laura.
You can and will be stopped.
Scott, if you love Laura half as much as you say you do, you must know the last thing she wants you to do is hurt Lulu.
Lulu doesn't have to be a part of this equation. All he's got to do is get Cassadine to hand Laura over to me.
You've lost all touch with reality.
Look, Spencer, I know that you hate me, but you need to start thinking about Laura's kids.
My kids are none of your damn business.
Well, obviously, you have no juice with Cassadine. Otherwise, he would have handed Laura over to you long ago. But he does give you access, which is why I'm going to win in court. And when I do, no one is going to take Laura away from me. No one, Spencer. So, I'm willing to make you a deal right here and now. If you sign on the dotted line here, I will keep Laura nearby, and your kids can have open visitation. And that way, Lulu doesn't have to know exactly what it is that you did to her mother.
This poor guy never learns.
Hey, I brought you a little gift here for the way I treated you when Lulu first introduced us.
You know the blonde one is my girlfriend, right?
I read about how you rescued her when the hotel blew up.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Where did you read about it?
New York Times, Washington Post, one of the big papers. I can see about finding the article for you if you like.
The Jackal senses that you have, ulterior motives.
Spinelli, I don't know how you did it, but Sonny and Jason, they trust you. And I want you to get them to trust me, too.
Hey, I can't stay. I have to go to work.
Just as well. Logan's inside.
Ooh, is that a problem?
I wanted to tell him I was one of the gunmen in the hotel, and how Craig is using that to blackmail me. And he should know about my deal with Sonny.
You can't tell Logan any of that. You said yourself he would sell you out in a heartbeat if he thought it would benefit him.
I am stuck between two powerful men here. If anything happens, Logan could take care of you.
Jax's brother used the name James Craig, held 15 people hostage, 2 of which were my daughter and my nephew.
Oh, yes, Sweet Sam. Not the most accurate nickname, but so easy to remember. You see, so much was happening that the events overtook me, so I shot Robin Scorpio and sent Alan Quartermain staggering to his death. But we're all the same person. I mean, James Brosnan, formerly known as James Craig, the terrorist formerly known as Jerry Jacks.
Why would Nicholas let you live here? Why would he let you live at all?
Well, actually, I didn't give him a choice. You see, I injected Nicholas with a lethal toxin, which needed a counteragent every 24 hours for him to stay alive. A remarkably effective form of leverage, wouldn't you say so, Nicholas?
So now do you understand why I didn't encourage your friendship with the then Mr. Brosnan?
Why didn't you say something to me?
Well, actually, in all fairness, Nicholas didn't know I was Jerry Jacks until last night. As for the poison, if he'd told you, I would have let him die.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
We're calling the police.
If you do, Emily goes straight to prison.
Jerry's been hiding at Windermere this whole time.
Yeah, Robin, Emily, Patrick Drake were involved in this. They got dragged into it. They've kept quiet because they're trying to keep Nicholas alive.
What about Spencer? I can't believe that my brother would threaten a child.
Well, Emily said that, Jerry left the baby alone. I guess poisoning Nicholas was really all the leverage he really needed.
The other night at your place, what was that about?
Well, your brother knows that I want to kill him. And he wants to make sure that Emily suffers if he ends up dead.
He didn't poison Emily, too?
No, he did not. He has bank transfers linking her to espionage and treason. If he ends up dead, he's going to turn the evidence over to the government. It's just a different way of holding my sister hostage.
I'll fix this.
How are you going to fix this?
Are you out of your mind, Spencer? Wait till I tell the courts how you attacked me again.
Attacked? Well, I guess it's your word against ours, 3-1.
3?
Get ready for a blast from the beyond, Buster.
What the hell is going on?
Can you believe this weather? Thunder and lightning and not a... What happened to you?
Oh, Mr. Baldwin was just leaving.
And he better not stop till he passes the state line.
You know, Spencer, you have got such a history of violence. It's going to be really easy to prove that Laura's in danger to the courts. You know, if you have any respect at all for your daughter, you will get Cassadine to sign Laura over to me so that Lulu doesn't find out exactly what kind of a father you really are.
We have to talk. Come. This is going down the crapper fast. I can't rely on lawyers or the courts. I need something damning on Baldwin, and I need it yesterday.
It's too late. There's only one way to stop Scott.
I made such a big mistake turning my back on the family the way that I did, but I don't want to see my little girl punished for it.
You know, there's nothing quite as bad as yearning for a life that you chose to walk away from. No one deserves that pain.
I'm so sorry for hurting the family the way that I did. I regret it down to my soul, and if I had another chance to make it right...
But it isn't that simple. You see, it took time for you to be accepted when Alan brought you into our family. But I am a man who has made my own mistakes. And justice was as much a surprise to the family as you were. But eventually I accepted you as a Quartermain. And I grew to love you as my true granddaughter. So much so that when I discovered that you were a part of this crisis situation, something broke inside me. Not my heart. No, dear, something much deeper. And Alan begged me on his deathbed to forgive you. But every time I looked at that news footage of my son staggering out of that lobby, so ill, falling to the ground in pain, you were part of that, Sky. You remained silent when it could have meant the difference between life and death for Alan.
So you won't forgive me?
It's not that I won't. I can't. And all things considered, it's not my forgiveness that you need.
The jackal is walking away from a challenge?
The assassin of the internet does not break his oath of fealty to Stone Cold or Mr. Corinthos, sir. It's kind of a sacred bond that we aces of the underworld share. Even a crabby commando like yourself should understand.
Spinelli, we got off to a bad start, but we're going to have to figure out how to get along here. There's a very good chance that I could be working with you in the not-too-distant future.
We will work together, like in the not-too-distant nevers.
I saved Sonny's life twice, man. The guy's going to want to repay me.
Mr. Corinthos, sir, would never trust a knuckle-dragger like yourself. He's too discerning. One of the many traits that he and I share, so.
You're making a serious mistake here, all right? You do not want to turn me into an enemy.
You can't trust Logan. You said yourself he would sell his grandmother.
If Craig came after me, Logan could protect you.
I love that you're looking out for me. Really, I do. But you have the best kind of protection now. You work for Sonny. And Sonny's gonna take out Craig. We just have to wait it out and be patient.
It's not patience I have a problem with. You learn early in the military, don't go renegade. It's the best way to get yourself killed. I'm being forced to go this alone, and I don't like it.
Coop, you're not alone. You have me.
Don't look so shocked. I mean, every family has a black sheep. I just happen to be the Jack's families.
So I see you've accepted my rather warm invitation to leave. It will be understood that you stay away from all of us, especially Emily.
Oh, poor Nicholas, ever so homeful. You know, I do admire that. And I'm going to miss this place. I mean, not particularly the gargoyles or Spencer's morning teething fits, but our special camaraderie, you know? Partir, c'est mourir un peu, Nicolas. Hein?
Hold it. Why did you help me that day? Why didn't you just leave me out in the woods?
No, I couldn't let you die. I mean, Nicholas would have been distracted by the grief. He wouldn't have been able to conclude the arrangements.
I can't wrap my mind around this. What my brother's done. People he made suffer.
He plans to stay around for a while. He told me the threat against Emily is my incentive to make sure he stays alive.
I have to go see Nicholas and Emily and apologize to them.
Jax, you didn't do anything.
I gotta figure out why Jerry's doing this.
Jerry's not going away.
Doesn't sound like it.
You can't kill him.
I can't. Until I can figure out a way to protect Emily.
If you kill Jerry, it will destroy Jax, and Jax will hate you, and you're my best friend. Do you have any idea what that's going to do to my marriage?
This isn't just about your marriage.
I'm not asking you to risk your life, okay? If Jerry comes after you, defend yourself. But if not, let him go away, Jason.
Look, you're pushy and power hungry, okay? You have no subtlety. The other members of the mobster crew will totally shun you.
You trash me to Sonny or Jason, and I will make you pay. Do you understand me?
Okay, direct physical threats? Probably not the right way to go.
Hey, don't look for trouble.
Hey, me and Spinelli here were just having a friendly conversation, weren't we, Spinelli?
Actually, I was pretty much finished, so, I'm just...
Oh, is there a problem here, Cadet Barrett?
No, sir. Just talking to my friends.
Well, I guess if you're gonna rumble, this is as good a place as any, huh? I hate to see you get a black mark on your record so soon before you graduate.
No problem, sir. I appreciate the advice.
Okay. Hey, Sonny in?
No. He and Stone Cold are out, and... Wow, I have a nap at 1:30, so if you'll excuse me...
No, not so fast, Spinelli. First, you're gonna tell me everything you know about the disappearance of Lorenzo Alcazar.
Where is everybody?
Oh, you missed all the fun.
What?
Oh, Scott and Tracy and Luke were rattling swords again over Laura. I mean, she never had that much attention when she was a functioning member of society.
Mm-hmm.
So, where have you been?
Visiting Sky. She asked me to forgive her.
Really? Really? And why would she do that?
Well, apparently Lorenzo Alcazar has shown his true colors, and he has abandoned Sky and her baby.
Well, hey, that makes perfect sense. She needs money.
No, apparently not. She needs family. She wants to return to the nest.
The nest?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. That woman is nothing but a cold opportunist who happens to be the reason I'm a widow.
Monica, don't get upset. I turned her down.
Well, thank you.
But she did seem very sincere.
I'm not moved. You know, I'm still getting condolence cards.
Are you?
Yes. Yeah, just when I think maybe I can breathe, somebody writes and says they were with Alan at a conference in Europe and they just heard about what happened. Or a former patient writes and says that Alan's brilliant diagnosis saved their life.
That's all we can hope for, Monica. After we're gone, for people to remember us kindly.
So what do I do with these? What do I do with all these cards, Edward? Do I keep them just as a reminder of how unnecessary Alan's death was? Or do I just toss them? I mean, I don't know. Is that disrespectful?
I still have the cards that I got after Lila. They're in my closet, in a box. And after I'm gone, you and Tracy can throw them away. Because I certainly can't.
Oh, I just want some peace. I want to be able to breathe again. I mean, people have told me that would happen eventually. It just really isn't. It's just not happening. The minute I think it is, something like this comes about, or Sky. Edward, I know damn well that Alan would want us to take her back, to forgive her, but I can't. I can't do it. I never will. So that means I am not respecting my dead husband's wishes, and what kind of peace is that? What kind of peace?
And what can I do for you, Jax?
I'm not sure how much you know about Mr. Craig and how much I actually have to explain.
Well, you mean Jerry? Well, I know that Mr. Brosnan, who used to be Mr. Craig and is now Jerry, Jax, your brother, I know. But I'd like to apologize just in case you feel left out for only getting one name and one face.
Is he still around?
No, he left. You just missed him.
Nicholas, you have no idea how sorry I am. Carly told me what you all went through during the hostage crisis, and Jason told me about the poisoning and that he set up Emily.
All right, tell me, how long have you known that it was your brother who blew up the Metro Court?
I only just found out. I've been trying to make myself believe it ever since.
Let me tell you, there's no denial here, okay? Your brother, amongst a great many other things, implicated Emily in high crimes and treason and is threatening to send her to prison.
Well, I'm looking for my brother. I need to talk to him.
You can't talk to him, Jax. You have to stop him.
I am terrified that however this turns out, Jax is going to be deeply hurt. I love him, Jason, and I don't know how to help him.
Well, but Jerry brought this on himself. However this turns out, Jax is not going to blame you. I'm going to do what I have to do, okay?
You kill Jerry and Emily goes to prison.
No, I'm going to get Emily out from under this. I got lawyers working on it right now. Yeah.
I need to see you. It's urgent.
Okay, meet me in 10 minutes in the alley off Rush and 4th.
Rush and 4th. I'll be there.
These nurses are relentless.
Okay. When we get in there, you switch clothes with her and put on the wig.
Okay.
Then get in the chair with your back to the door and stare at the wall. I'll get her out of here. I need 30 minutes.
Okay, fine. But the first time somebody mentions sponge bath, I'm out of here.
I owe you more than I can say.
Oh, you do, and I'm gonna collect.
Where is she?
She's been moved.
You weasel.
Hey, I had nothing to do with it. It was the court's idea. They moved to another facility.
Why would they do that?
Because they thought that someone might try and kidnap her. Now, I wonder where they would get an idea like that. Now, no one gets to see Laura until this guardianship thing is resolved.
Jax isn't here. He went to go see Nicholas, and I don't know if anyone has told you, but his brother Jerry Jax
I know all about it. I know who Jerry is. I know that he's Mr. Craig. I know that he's been holed up at Windermere, poisoning my nephew, and now threatening Emily. I thought that he was Nicholas's business associate. I had no idea that he was Jax's brother. I was not one of the hostages. I didn't see his face, so there would be no reason on this earth why I wouldn't have trusted him.
Now, as far as I know, you and your mother are the only two people, listen, that Jerry trusts. Okay? The only people who can turn the tables and make him pay for these crimes.
You leave my mother out of this. She has no idea what Jerry's done.
Then I'm quite confident that she'll be as outraged about this as everybody else is.
You're asking me to betray my brother.
No, I'm not. I'm asking for justice. And if you help Jerry avoid that, you're as bad as he is.
I am sick about what Jerry's done. And I can make certain that he doesn't harm you again. But I can't make any other promises.
Are you seriously going to defend this psychotic idiot that is your brother, huh?
Nicholas, what's going on?
So, you work for Alcazar? Been in touch lately?
Darth Alcazar no longer shares his evil secrets with the Jackal.
Okay, I'll take that as a no. Would you happen to know if Mr. Alcazar has fled the country?
Well, he is, the overlord of the underworld, so maybe you should check there.
You reside with Jason Morgan, is that correct?
Yeah, I have the pink room. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, no offense. It's remarkably conducive to cyber creativity. In fact, some of my most effective programs...
Okay, cut the crap, Spinelli. Where was Jason when Alcazar disappeared?
Jason. Rick Lansing was at the house asking questions. I told him Lorenzo tried to left the country, but I don't think he believed me.
What's this? Is it possible that you're discussing the disappearance of my former associate, Lorenzo Alcazar?